You know that feeling when you sit down to practice English and then you watch the same easy videos you always watch, read the same simple things you always read, practice with the same words you already know, and at the end, you feel comfortable. But here is the honest truth. Comfortable is not the same as growing. If your English feels comfortable right now, that might actually be the problem, because real growth does not live inside your comfort zone. It lives just outside of it. And today, we are going to talk about exactly that. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. It is so great to be here with you today. I am Kate.
And I am Martin. Hello, everyone. What a great topic we have for you today. Whether you are new here or you come back every week, we are so happy you are with us right now.
This channel is for English learners who want real, everyday English. Simple, natural, and always about topics that actually matter in real life. Today's topic is one that applies to English learning, but honestly, it applies to every part of life, too.
So, please hit subscribe if you have not done that yet, and tap the bell so you never miss a new episode. Give this video a thumbs up. It really helps more people find our channel.
And leave a comment below. Tell us where you are watching from today. We love every message. Okay, let's get into today's topic. And I promise you, this one is going to challenge you a little bit. In a good way. Let's go.
Kate, today's topic. Tell us, what exactly is a comfort zone and why is it a problem?
Okay, your comfort zone is the space where everything feels safe and familiar. No surprises, no challenges, no risk. It is the place where you feel in control. And for English learners, your comfort zone is usually the things you already know well, the words you always use, the videos you can understand easily, the topics you feel safe talking about.
And the problem is, your brain does not grow much when you stay there. Your brain needs challenge to grow. It needs to struggle a little. It needs new information and new experiences. When everything is comfortable, your brain is basically relaxing, not learning.
Exactly. And today, we're going to talk about why so many English learners get stuck in the comfort zone, what happens there, and how to take brave, practical steps to break out of it and start growing again. Let's go.
Kate, let's start with a question. Why do people stay in their comfort zone? It seems like an obvious problem, but people do it anyway. Why?
Because it feels good. That is the honest answer. Your comfort zone feels safe, it feels easy, and our brains are wired to prefer easy over hard, to prefer safe over risky. So staying comfortable is actually the natural thing to do. It takes effort, conscious effort, to choose discomfort.
That's true. And for English learners specifically, I think the comfort zone often looks like this. You watch videos in English, but you choose ones that are easy. You understand everything, you feel good. But you're not learning much because there's nothing new.
Yes. Or you practice English, but only the topics you know well, like describing your daily routine or talking about food you like. These are great starting points, but if you only ever practice these topics, you never grow beyond them. You get stuck at the same level for months, even years.
I have seen this so many times. Here in Washington, I know a woman named Sandra. She has been learning English for 4 years, and her English is good for the things she already knows. But she told me, Martin, I feel like I have been at the same level for the last 2 years. I'm not getting better. And I asked her, what do you do to practice English? And she said, I watch the same YouTube channels, I read the same kinds of articles, I talk about the same topics.
And there's the answer. Sandra was practicing, but she was practicing inside her comfort zone. And the comfort zone does not push you. It does not challenge you. It does not make you better. It just keeps you where you are.
So I told Sandra, you need to do things that feel a little bit hard, a little bit uncomfortable, not impossible, just slightly beyond where you are now. And that zone, just beyond the comfort zone, that is where the magic happens.
The zone where the magic happens. I love that. And there's actually a term for it in learning psychology. It's called the learning zone. Beyond your comfort zone, but not so far that it becomes the panic zone. The learning zone is where growth happens fastest.
Comfort zone, learning zone, panic zone. I like that. And for English, The panic zone might be something like being thrown into a meeting where everyone speaks English very fast, with lots of technical words, and you understand nothing. That's too much. That's panic.
Yes, that's too far. But the learning zone is more like watching a video that's slightly harder than what you usually watch, or talking to someone new in English, or writing about a topic you've never written about before. A little stretch, not a huge leap.
A little stretch every day. That's the key. And I think people underestimate what a little stretch every day can do over time. If you stretch just a little bit every day for 1 year, you're in a completely different place than you were 1 year ago.
Think about physical exercise. If you go to the gym and always lift the same weight, your muscles stay the same. They don't grow stronger. But if you add just a little more weight every week, slowly, steadily, your muscles grow. They adapt. They get stronger. And English works exactly the same way.
Perfect analogy. Your English is a muscle, and if you never challenge it, it stays the same. But add a little challenge every day, a new word, a harder text, a conversation with someone new, and slowly that muscle gets stronger and stronger.
And here's something important. When you step outside your comfort zone, it feels uncomfortable at first. That feeling of struggle, that feeling of, this is hard, I don't know this word, I don't understand everything. That's not failure. That's your brain working. That's growth happening in real time.
Yes, struggling is not a sign that you are bad at English. Struggling is a sign that you are learning. And actually, if you are not struggling at all during your English practice, you're probably not practicing the right things.
I want to share something personal. Here in Washington, there was a time when I was improving very slowly, and I realized I was always practicing English in situations where I already felt comfortable. I was staying comfortable. And the moment I started deliberately doing things that scared me a little, joining a public speaking group, recording myself on video, reading more difficult books, my growth jumped suddenly.
Deliberately doing things that scared you a little. That is a great phrase, because the key word is deliberately. You have to choose to be uncomfortable. It does not happen automatically. You have to decide, today I am going to do something a little bit harder than usual. And that decision, every single day, is what separates people who improve from people who stay the same.
And you know what is interesting? After a while, the thing that was scary becomes comfortable. And then you need to find the next scary thing. The comfort zone is not a fixed place. It expands every time you push it. And every time it expands, you are bigger, you are better, you are more capable.
That's true. The comfort zone expands and you grow with it. That is such a hopeful way to think about it. You're not fighting against yourself. You're just slowly, bravely expanding who you are, and your English expands with you.
And one last thing I want to say about this. Many people wait until they feel ready to step outside their comfort zone. They think, I will try speaking English with strangers when I am more confident. I will speak at work when my English is better. But here's the truth. Confidence does not come before the action. Confidence comes because of the action. You speak and then you feel more confident. You try and then you believe you can do it.
Confidence comes because of the action. That is one of the most important things we have said today. Stop waiting to feel ready. You will never feel completely ready. Start now. Start uncomfortable and grow into the person who is ready.
Okay, tip time. Real, practical ways to step outside your English comfort zone. Martin, tip 1?
Tip 1. Choose content that is slightly harder than you're comfortable with. If you always watch beginner videos, try one intermediate video this week. If you always read simple articles, try one with some new vocabulary. You do not have to understand everything. Aim for about 80% understanding. That 20% you don't understand, that is your growing edge.
Tip 2. Talk about a topic you've never practiced before. Most learners practice the same topics over and over. Try something new. Describe a news story. Explain how something works. Talk about history or science in simple English. New topics force you to find new words, and new words mean new growth.
Tip 3. Speak English with someone you have never spoken to before. This one is big and scary and absolutely worth doing. Go to an online language exchange, join an English conversation group, or simply start a conversation in English with someone new at a coffee shop, at an event, online. One new English conversation a week. That's the challenge.
Tip 4. Record yourself speaking about something difficult, not something easy. Pick a challenging topic and speak about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Record it. Listen back. You'll hear exactly where you struggle, exactly what words you're missing, and that tells you precisely what to study next. Your struggles become your study plan.
And tip 5. Say yes to English opportunities that scare you a little. A presentation at work in English? Say yes. An invitation to join an English-speaking group? Say yes. An offer to write something in English? Say yes. Every time you say yes to something uncomfortable, you're pushing your comfort zone. And every time you do that, you grow.
Practice time. And today, I want to challenge you a little more than usual, because that is what this episode is all about. Say these phrases out loud. Say them with confidence, even if they feel a little hard, especially if they feel a little hard.
These are phrases about growth, challenge, and stepping outside your comfort zone. Real English phrases that you can use in conversations about self-improvements and learning. Ready? Let's go.
Phrases about comfort zones and growth. I am stepping outside my comfort zone. This is a little uncomfortable, but that means I am growing. I want to challenge myself more. I am trying to push my limits. Growth happens outside the comfort zone.
Phrases for when things feel difficult. This is hard, but I am not giving up. I'm struggling a little, and that is okay. I don't know this word yet, but I will learn it. Every mistake I make is one step closer to fluency.
Phrases to encourage yourself and others. Start before you feel ready. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin. Confidence comes from doing, not from waiting. One small, brave step every day adds up to something big.
Conversation starters about personal growth. Lately, I've been challenging myself to try new things. I realized I was stuck in my comfort zone, so I decided to change that. I'm learning that being uncomfortable is actually a good sign.
Did you say all of those out loud? Smiles. Go back and say them again if you did not, and pick 2 of those phrases and try to use them in a real conversation today. Tell a friend you are stepping outside your comfort zone, or write it in the comments below. Either way, use the words for real.
That's true. And notice something. Even saying those phrases out loud right now, that is a small step outside your comfort zone. And you did it. That is the beginning. That is how all growth starts. One small, brave thing at a time.
Question of the day. And today's question is a challenge. Not just a thinking challenge, but an action challenge too. What is one thing outside your English comfort zone that you will try this week? Maybe it is speaking to a stranger in English. Maybe it is watching a harder video. Maybe it is writing your first English comment. Tell us in the comments, in English, and we will cheer you on.
Make it specific, not just I will practice more. Tell us exactly what you will do. This week, I will watch one intermediate English podcast, or I will speak English for 5 minutes with my language partner. Specific goals are real goals.
And when you write it in the comments, it becomes a promise, a public commitment, and that makes you so much more likely to actually do it. So tell us, we want to know, and we will be there cheering every single one of you on.
Okay, everyone, let's bring today together. Your comfort zone is not your enemy. It is where you rest. But if you live there permanently, you stop growing. Real growth happens just outside of it, in the learning zone. And getting there takes one thing, a daily decision to do something a little bit harder than yesterday.
Upgrade your input. Try new topics. Speak to new people. Record yourself on hard things. and say yes to uncomfortable opportunities. 5 habits, starting today. And remember, confidence comes because of the action, not before it.
And every time you feel uncomfortable in English, remind yourself, this discomfort is not failure. This is my brain working. This is me growing. And that reframe, that change of perspective, changes everything.
Here in Washington, we always say, a ship in the harbor is safe, but that's not what ships are built for. You were not built to stay safe and comfortable forever. You were built to go further. And today, you take one more step.
If today's episode inspired you, please give it a big thumbs up. Share it with someone who needs to hear this today, and subscribe so you never miss a new episode.
Thank you so much for being here today. You are already doing something brave by learning English. Keep going, keep stretching, keep growing. We are so proud of every single one of you.
Goodbye, everyone. Now go do that one uncomfortable thing. You've got this.
Bye-bye. See you in the next episode. Step outside that comfort zone, and we will be right here waiting for you on the other side.